Hey guys, Mr. Marone here. This is your first of 7 videos that you can use to align with the summer packet. There's one for each of the topics in the summer packet, and these are just to give you a little bit more background information. There are obviously other resources you can use on the internet and specifically on YouTube if you get stuck on any of those topics beyond this video. But feel free to use whatever resources that you see fit and that work best for you. So the first thing we're going to look at are geometry essentials. And when we look at that, there's really 3 things, what are known as the undefined terms, that we're going to really focus in on. They are what make up all of the geometric figures we're going to look at all school year. They are the point, the line, and the plane. And we call them undefined because they make up so many different things and so many different characteristics of geometry that there isn't one clear-cut definition for each one. So we're going to look at each and give you the characteristics of each, and then we will that will set you up for being able to do that first topic. So the first one is the point. Okay, the point is simply just a location on a piece of paper, on a graph, whatever it might be. It's just a location. So when we look at these, they're indicating something by telling you where that point is on the graph or on a diagram within a figure. And the biggest things that we must know about our point is that it has no shape or size to the figure. It's simply a location. So no shape and no size. Okay, and when we indicate a point, we always use a capital letter to name it. Okay, so on the left-hand side is your example. They've given us a single point here, and they named it point A. Okay, another example we could use is if I put a dot, I can make it point G or point M, and it's always indicated with a capital letter. So that is our point. The next one up is the line. Okay, a line is made up of at least 2 points, but it's really an infinite number of points. Okay, so a line is made up of at least 2 points. Okay, and it will continue on infinitely in either direction through those 2 points. And the key characteristics here of our line is that it has no thickness or width to it. So it's just the thinnest piece you could possibly think of. So there's no thickness or width to a line. And in parentheses, I'm going to put up here that it has an infinite number of points. Okay, so there's no way to count all the points that are inside of our example line XY over here. Okay, so they gave you an example right here, and there's 2 ways to name a line. Okay, we can name a line by any 2 points within that line, so there's Y and X, or we can name the line by using a lowercase script letter, like you see there with line N, at the arrow point. Okay, so either one works. So when we write this, we're going to write the 2 letters, X, Y, those 2 capital letters, and we're going to put a mini line over the top of it. Okay? Or you can say the lowercase n. That's another example of being able to write the name of the line. Okay? And there's 2 definitions down below that have already been filled in for you. They are collinear, means that points that lie on the same line, and generally we refer to 3 or more collinear points. Okay? And then non-collinear points are points that do not lie on the same line. So if you see a question where it says, what are 3 collinear points? They all must lie on the same exact line. Our last undefined figure is the plane. Okay, and a plane is a 2-dimensional figure that extends indefinitely in all directions, as you can see on that second bullet. And in general, a plane is a flat surface. Okay, so that is its definition. So think of a piece of paper, the whiteboard, the top of a table, anything that is a flat surface. Okay? So it's a flat surface that's made up of an infinite number of points and it extends infinitely in all directions. Okay, and it is named when we have 3 non-collinear points. That's key. Or we use an uppercase script letter that will always be located in that corner of a plane. So if we look in our figure, we've got 3 non-collinear points with J, K, and L, But we've also got this script P in the corner. That's going to be the other way to name it. And we just write the word plane. So we could call this plane P, or we can call it plane J, K, L. And the key is they have to be non-collinear points. Okay. And just like when we have that collinear, points that lie on the same line, we have coplanar, meaning points that lie on the same plane. So J, K, and L in our example are coplanar points. Okay, if we had a second plane that went through there in a different direction and there were points on it, those would be considered non-collinear with the points that we have there. So our last piece of this is when we look at intersections of these undefined terms. Okay, so two lines, as you see there, R and S, those always intersect. Any two lines will always intersect at a point. Okay. And when you have two planes intersecting, here we have plane L and plane M, those will always intersect at a line. Okay. So this was just kind of a quick review of all of this stuff. As you work through, you're going to be asked to name various different geometric terms and geometric essentials. Use this example throughout here when you're trying to name those. Good luck and stay tuned for the rest of the videos.